Bodyguard figured it out a long time before Bump Ford did. Guys.
Go ahead.
You didn't stop it?
I just stopped the other one.
Oh.
Proceed.
Alrighty. Alright, first things first, we're going to pull off this wrench hand rail guard thingamajigger, and then we're going to pull the front bumper off. It does have bolts on, nuts on the inside. I was worried about that.
We also should be worried and understanding that more than likely some of these bolts might be a little rusty on the bottom. Make sure you have patience and fire. Fire's always good.
Fire. Impact on that bottom bolt right there, sweetie. Go ahead. Keep going. Should be that way.
Rusty! I almost got your finger.
Let me get these two bottom ones.
Should I go with that, do you think, or should I go lower?
Huh?
Should I go lower?
That should be good.
Certainty in this little strap. Make sure you're watching your face. All right.
Do the top one first. That one's... That's why we use the voice.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Jump on the side.
That's good for wussies.
That's heavier than I realized.
I could have helped you.
So this might be an awkward video.
No,
I'm sure you guys will get fun out of it. The smaller one goes to the rear bumper. Up next, we're going to pull front bumper. This is nothing that's not all over the internet already. Those are 18.
good thing I wore some crappy shoes today.
Yeah. I can't remember what size it is. It's a 13 or... Okay, so the front four on a stock bumper are an 18. The brackets that go on the back side on the inside of the bumper are 15.
Some bolts came out. I don't know where they came from.
So you mean the holders on the back?
Oh. That makes sense. I can't get that top screw off.
You can't do it from here. Oh, okay, so give me the other bolt.
Okay.
So what you'll do, okay guys, if you run into this situation, you put the bottom one back in and finish running the top one all the way out. So there, it's just fingered in. Now you'll take this impact and finish running that top one all the way out.
Okay.
Now I can't remember if the Bodyguard, can't remember if we need to keep the stock ones. So keep them around just in case. We'll know later in this video. I think that comes with all new hardware for the front though. See those? Plus these are really nice to keep around in case you swap bumpers around a lot. These work on on every Ford truck ever produced. Pretty much, from 99 till now, it's the same thing. See the impact? Now just stabilize the bumper for me. It's not going to fall, but just while I loosen everything up under here. Okay, two more over here.
Good thing he trusts his life.
Yeah. If not, I'd be losing some teeth. Okay.
I like this side's not detached though.
Huh?
I feel like something's hanging up over here.
It's just getting stuck in the so you can pull out. So you're gonna need to pull out your, if you have a plug, lock heater, you gotta pull that out of here. Oh gosh, you get stuck.
I was right, it was the plug.
Well, that one side was. Your side should be. Okay.
It's like weird. Like, there we go.
I'm stuck that bracketry. So the inside brackets will get stuck on the inside of there.
Sure will.
If I recall correctly, these have to come out for the bodyguards.
The tow hooks?
Take the tow hooks off, so we're going to take these right here that are not factory anyways off. So these two right here got to come off. Let me see that impact right
These
there.
ones here?
It's on the long one right there. See, that's what fits on the outside.
Yep, fits perfect.
Okay, take those two off real quick. If somebody wants to buy it, they can buy it.
It's not going to be the same size for underneath?
No, I got the size for underneath right here. It is an 18, wow. I was wrong on the size, it's 18.
Well, good thing I took the guesswork all out of it. I just put the impact to it and said, let's try it.
That works.
And just like that, your toe thingy-mabobbers come off.
Yes.
Do we reuse the hardware? Did they give us more new bolts?
That's what I'm trying to figure out real quick. So, in these kits, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be enough bracketry and hardware for every make and model, whether that's an XL, XLT, STX, Lariat, whether you have adaptive steering or not, whether you have the sensors in the front bumper. All of that comes with these XT Series Extreme bumpers, which is awesome because they're so universal, so they can go on any truck, really. Now these, I gotta remember how they go on here. They basically go like that, if I recall correctly, from when we did my truck. Just goes on here like this. Ah, that's how that goes. Okay. So these, I'm gonna grab a rag and clean it off, but these will go on sideways like this. Use some hardware to bolt here, and then you'll use some hardware to go from right here. So this will go on here. Oh. So this is going to go all the way back into here, and it's probably going to be a little snug. But if you look at the bracketry, it tells you what it goes to. Then this will go in sideways like this. Either one. I'll have to put it in place to see how it fits, but I'll give you guys a close-up of how it all goes together once we get it figured out. Now, I will say this. There are directions on the Bodyguard website. If you're like me, you just don't even waste your time reading them. You just figure it out. Just going to say that. So, we're going to get to figuring it out. Okay, so like I said, this says D for driver's side, and this one says P for passenger side. It's not rocket science, I promise you that much. Those are snug. Let me grab something that's not my hand as a hammer. Grab myself a rubber mallet. Basically, these two lines, two bolts right here, got to go in there and line up. You know what? I think I'm putting it on upside down. No, I'm not.
Well, the D would be D, so if it was upside down D, then it would be upside down. But since the letter D and P are in a right position, that means it's in the right position, I would assume.
I would assume as well. Alrighty. And then this one goes on the other side. And this will go right in here, like that. Let's get to figuring out some hardware. Really can use a process of elimination and figure this out pretty quick, okay? All right, guys, so we're back here. I had to take a quick break. We had to move some trucks around in the shop. Anyways, so I remember this from last time, and I ended up, because I'm a nitpicky guy, so apparently from Ford, I don't know if it's Ford or what the misconception is here, but there's supposed to be 2 bolts here and then 2 on the outside here. Well, this truck and my last truck didn't have them. So you reuse the factory hardware, and it fits right here on the inside. And because it's ugly, I'm putting it on the inside. I'm going to get some hardware for the outside here that I have just sitting around the shop. From there, I'm just trying to get these lined up to where they can go in there. From there, you want to use zinc-plated ones on the inside here, and then you're going to use your chrome ones on the outside. And you're going to take and bolt these down here. Use a washer on the top, and then you got a locking serrated nut for the bottom. This is really like the simplest bumper there is to install, because every truck's a little different. You guys have seen us install them on a Chevy, and then here we are installing it on a Ford. It's the same bumper we're installing, same design, same series, I should say. Let's get this right here, and then we'll take and put our side load one. And really, it's not too terrible to figure this out. There's only going to be, so these 2 are going to be for right here, the grade 8 bolts. Go through there. Put your serrated nut on the outside. There we go. Now really we're on a level ground in here, so what the best thing would be to do is to grab a level and check your level on here, okay? I'm going to get the other side prepped, and then from there we will get it installed.
All I'm going to say is,
You guys heard some noise? That's my wife watching TikTok in the background.
Sorry. This is a nice truck.
It is a very nice.
It is, and it's going to look mean. I need to help you guys. I need to know what I'm going to name my new truck. So I'm getting a Glacier Gray 7.3 Godzilla, but I have no idea what the heck I want to name it. So think.
Being that these are 1/2 inch, you can use a 19 or a 3/4 to tighten them up. All welded very, very nicely all the way around. It's going to be nice and strong, protect the front of the truck. This truck's been through some mud, it looks like. All right, guys. I rounded up some tools, so we're going to take and snug this up. So realistically, I'm on pretty level ground in here. So I'm going to get this to where it's pretty level, which it already is. And then snug her up. I'm going to check this side like it is. Now the other thing you'll want to pay attention to, and I'll show you when we're done doing this, I'll bring the camera over here, is the location of where you're putting these mounts at. You want to make sure that the slides are in the same spot on both sides. And that's cool. Okay, so now that I got that done, now we will focus on the big ones. It's kind of a pain in the butt, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. Getting to these ones can be a pain in the rear end. Okay. There we go. So that's nice and firm now. Do the other side. And a lot of this extra hardware that you guys see down here, we're not going to use because on this setup, we don't have all the fancy, we don't have a fancy, whatchamacallit, camera. We don't have adaptive screws or anything on this truck. Alright, so I'm going to go back and double check our level, make sure it's level, and then we're going to hook up the bumper.
Hook it up, hook it up.
Good to go. We've got all 4 here tight. We've got our side to load one in. We've got these 2 in. Should be good to go to put the bumper on.
So like a backpack?
All right, here, pull it this way. Now roll it backwards. Right there. Basket.
Basket. Backpack, backpack. I like mine better though. You go on your side.
Yeah.
So my backpack.
Just gonna take it go like this. Really, we don't even need to do that, but.
I did this wrong. If you don't have one of these really nifty things, then I suggest you get a lot of beer, a lot of pizza, and a lot of friends.
Just making sure that you use a blanket that comes with it to protect it when you go up.
This is Dakota. Say hi to Dakota. Dakota is our mechanic here at Blessed Performance.
Push her in. There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Here, I'll give you a whole thing. Start doing it.
Already good.
It doesn't need a washer.
On the outside of the
Oh,
washer.
there's the washers in there.
The nuts are on the ground. They're washing, so
I got them all for him.
Top to the top, pain in the afternoon. But once you fit it in, and it's got a lock nut, it's a lock nut design, so it'll hold itself. We'll start hammering down the outside. Alrighty. I want to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah. I go as far up as you can go.
I'm picking up the truck there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Outside look, we got about an inch gap over here underneath the light.
And that's about the same here.
About the
Perfect.
same. Yep.
Alrighty, let's give her a snug up.
If you want, get this one too. I got a hold on it.
That's
Go ahead.
ready to smoke a deer. Oh, that one too loose. Here's the nut for it. No, this outside one over here too loose.
There you go.
You ready?
Yep.
Woohoo!
Now,
Ow.
the design of this bumper, I love how it curves right here. It's got these angles that make it look factory. I don't know if the camera can see me good enough, but
Oh, I'll make it to where it does.
it's just a badass looking bumper. Now we're gonna put our plug in here so we can block off that. We have bracketry for lights. In the long run, we'll put some on. I don't have none here right now, so we're not gonna put them on. I'm gonna get some of them rigid ones, those automatic ones that use GPS to tell it where you're going. I'm gonna put some of those on. Rigid makes a badass light. Yes, they're expensive, but there's a reason they're the most expensive and the best ones on the market. That's because you can get them to where they adapt to the temperature outside, to what you're driving through, and they turn when you turn your steering wheel. And then they also, the GPS ones, I know this isn't, we're not installing them, but I learned this about them. The GPS ones will, as you slow down and speed up, they'll go from a beam to a spread as you go slower and faster. So when you're slowing down on some back roads and you're going around a lot of corners, you want those fog lights to spread out and get you everything on the side of the road. The GPS ones can sense that speed and slow down and open up and spread out to a fog, like a spotlight, or not I can't remember the terminology. It goes from spot to a spread, essentially, is the best way to put it, okay?
It is awesome looking, dude.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna
cool.
put a set of those on here in the long run. But this is our work truck. This is the one Dakota spent a lot of time in this summer, most likely. So I don't think he's gonna complain.
I'm gonna love it.
It's also got a full pusher piping kit underneath. It's all gold, looks awesome, just runs good. That's the goal. Not a super powerful truck, just a one that runs really damn good and can tow. Because we go to a lot of shows. We got 14 booked this year. 14. We want to see diesels thrive in this town. We want to see people coming out, showcasing everything. Thanks, Bodyguard. Awesome shirts, by the way. I wear them all the time.
That was
Anyways,
me.
if you're looking for a bumper that's going to stand up to the test of time, they come pre-powder coated and gloss black, flat black, or they can come raw. Yes, we could have done raw and powder coated it white. I don't want to keep a white one clean. I'm not going to lie to you. There's going to be so many bugs, maybe some hair, maybe some deer particles up here. This truck, when we're driving at night on the road, this truck's going to lead the way now because it's got the grill to take care of it. If we come, I've smoked a deer with blue jeans. My Bodyguard bumper, you couldn't tell. I barely hit it right on the passenger front corner, and it hit the bumper. I had the hair, and it went up under the tire, unfortunately. So kind of sad that I took out a buck like that. So
I smoked a car. My Bodyguard bumper was just fine.
everything you need, if you have the camera, if you have the adaptive cruise control, it all comes in here. No, this video is not going to show you how to install it because we don't have it. There are full directions on the Bodyguard website that walk you through that. If you need that, it's not rocket science to figure it out. All the brackets are there. They come with it. There's also a bracket that you can put right here that'll hold a license plate. So that way, if you're in a state where you have to have a front license plate like we are, we'll end up putting that in there, and then it's going to end up in the back seat constantly. I hate front license plates. Anyways, if you need to move a trailer, like when we're out on shows, like having that front one is going to be awesome for getting it in there. I know some shows that we've had to get it really tight. It's a pain in the butt when you're backing it in, but hook it up to the front now and boom, put it right where we need it to put it. So this truck's going to get us there safely. That's the reason we bought this truck. After, unfortunately, frostbite left the family, it clearly didn't want to be in the family. So,
She divorced us twice, okay?
Twice. The third time could be a lot worse.
We didn't take the first hint, so.
Yeah. So this time it's gone. It went to a new owner. Guy up the road actually, the body shop bought that truck.
Yep.
Bass Singer's Auto. He bought that truck and he loves it. He fixed it. He does body work for a living, so he probably fixed it for a lot cheaper than I could fix it. And now he just tows his camper with it.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm happy it went to a good use because it was a great truck.
Yep.
But the Lord bless us with another one, and we're going to use this for our crew truck. Our guys are going to enjoy it. It's a nice truck. So now we're going to get to install in the back. I'll stop rambling. The back might be just little snippets. We're going to show you guys how it is, just so you can see it. But we don't have a back bumper because this truck the bed wasn't in the greatest shape, so I found a good used bed on Facebook Marketplace. I was going to say Fartbook Marketplace. Anyways, on Facebook Marketplace, I found a good used bed for a good price. I think it was $1,000, $1,100. And we put that on there. When we took the rear bumper off to do that, I went ahead and just left it off because I was going to put one of the Bodyguard ones, the XT Series, on the back now. So I really like this. It's like a classy. I understand there's some people that don't like the diamond plate design, and in some situations I agree it doesn't look good. But with the design of this truck, with the fender flares that we went with, the Icon beadlock wheels, the Ironman tires, 37s on a level kit, it definitely sets it off. It's a nice looking truck with that. I'm going to tie up the block heater and then we're going to get started on the back.
Yeah.
Alright folks, so like I said earlier, the rear bumper is already off because we put this bed on. I wanted a newer bed, so rear bumper is already removed. It's going to make this pretty easy. I got to pull these brackets off. I already took the one side off. There's 4 bolts holding this bracket in here. Save this hardware because you're going to reuse this. Stupid compressor. Okay, once again, on the back, just like on the front, it says passenger. There's the B for passenger. It's just going to go right here. So you're going to put that in right there. And the rest of this is like a walk in the park. And then just like in the front, we're going to use a level and make sure this is level, and then we'll install it from there. Which we're not going to use the hoist back here. I got Dakota here now. He's here to put his transmission in his beautiful Duramax. And just like on the back, you want to make sure that you have it in the right spot. So you want to make sure that whatever you do on this side, you can do on the other side, okay? And I'm just going to try to pick it up and then put it right in the middle of there. Turn up there. And you'll feel where the bumper's hitting. Comes with some fancy backup lights. Comes with the stuff to splice it in. I'll show you guys the reverse light installation and whatnot. And yes, we're hooking those up.
Duh.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
Here's some hardware. Well, Dakota and I hold this in place. put one or two in?
Yeah. Okay.
You got four. You got to take one of those washers off, sweetie.
Okay.
One goes on the front, one goes on the back.
Well, you gotta lift her up just a little bit. Thank you.
Boy, those are going to be fun to tighten up in there.
Yeah. It was really hard to even get my little hands in there.
The only thing I'll say is, damn it, this is not fun. You can't get the nut from this side. There it is right there.
Come on, boys. Keep up the pace.
3/4. Yeah, it's a 3/4 over there.
Small hands.
There isn't much adjustment on these.
Wait, babe, you just fucked it up.
What did I fuck
We
up?
were
There we go.
perfect over here.
Well, I don't know if the ground's level this way either. I was just looking at the bottom of the lights.
Oh, so I gotta figure that one.
If I can get to
Yeah,
at
that's
least,
perfect.
if I can get to at least the.
Why was that so easy? I'm so surprised.
Go ahead. I've got cheater tools, okay? Oh, you don't have these. Don't be mad at me.
Some cheater tools required.
Sorry, my phone's blown up, guys. So you want to get it started in there. Put your light in there. Come on, Matt. This. Put that there. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. There is a trick to this. I just don't remember the trick right now. Somebody on the YouTube channel is going to say, "Oh, this is how you do it." I'll say, "Thanks for telling me after I've already done it." There we go. Now it's finally got in there. Thank you. There we go. The trick is to fumble fucking until you figure it out.
I'm pretty sure I just got mine.
Nope.
No? Really?
I promise you.
Well, yours can do that too.
I can't. You can't grab it.
There you go.
So the trick is to get it 90% of the way started and then tap it in. Give it a little tappity tap.
Tap, tap.
Now we're going to wire it up. Those go to the backup lights that are in your factory backup harness. You pull the factory harness, and from there you'll be able to run the white or the red black wires down here. Phone, shut the hell up.
Well, it ain't me messaging you, that's for sure.
Bouncing down the road, I'll take a big hammer and hit it down.
That's
It'll be
it.
fine.
That's all she wrote, huh?
Then you got to plug these guys in, hook up your factory harness for the lights, the revert, or your license plate lights, and your towing stuff. These, if you had backup sensors, you would put them in right here. We don't have backup sensors. We're not that fancy. We got a camera though, so we're good. We got a backup camera.
Why would you use your backup camera?
When you're backing into this. And honestly, this thing's going to be hooked to a trailer 90% of its life, so there's really no reason to worry about backup sensors. Don't send that as much as I did, okay?
There was no sending needed. You just wanted to.
Damn it. Don't do the impact. Just took 3 tries.
Called it.
Okay, now we'll run these wires and I'll hook up the trailer lights.
Yep.
That one?
Yep.
What does this black do?
Light barely lights it up.
Black one does? I bet it will. Oh yeah. Gonna come close.
Yeah.
Just use the shortest path. go. We got some voltage now.
There you go.
So we decided we're going to just run these. These are a 3-wire harness. They're a 3-wire system because they're supposed to be a turn light and or backup light or clearance light on a trailer, because that's all they are, is trailer lights. And so the black wire is like a lighter one. It's like a running light, and the red is the backup, the brightest one. So we're going to run just on your factory harness here. You have 2 wires going to your reverse light. One is a green with a red chaser or a tan chaser. That's your power wire that you're going to run down there. And then from there, we're going to take and just put 2 self-tappers to hold the ground wire. That's pretty as simple as this gets. And then I got to hook up my factory harness, which once again is not rocket science. So I'm going to call this video. We're going to call it good. I'm really happy with these Bodyguard bumpers. They look absolutely stellar. This truck is it's a work truck. So these are the bumpers you're going to want to get for a work truck. Adding the step here, air compressor. Adding the step here to an older model truck makes it really nice for going in and out of your truck with ease. Now obviously ours is lifted. Really not. It's actually just a level with 37s that clear perfect because we have the right offset on our tire. Just adding that bumper, I mean, I'm always in and out of the bed of my truck, working out of it, doing things out of it, towing trailers, taking things places, dirt bikes, all that kind of stuff. So having that is really nice, having that extra step there. That's why Ford did it on the 23 Pluses finally, adding that to the bumper itself. Bodyguard figured it out a long time before Ford did. Guys, Bodyguard figured it out a long time before Ford did. That's why I really like these bumpers. I like that step. It's really nice. I use it all the time on blue jeans. Anyways, thanks for all your support. Be sure to click like, subscribe, follow, all that fancy stuff. Check out all of our social medias. We've got them all. We're going to finish up the few details here. Really, that's not stuff that I need to show you guys. Remember, the reverse light wire is green with a red chaser or tan, depending on how skewed your eyes are or how much beer you've had. That's the one thing I did forget. Really? You got to have a buddy here to do the front, whether it's your wife or your buddy, okay? You got to have somebody here to help you just to level everything out. So really it's a 12-packer. I'm going to be honest. That's what we're going to judge this as. More so because you're going to drink beer really fast because you're going to do this outside in the heat, okay? So we're going to call it a 12-packer of your favorite beverage. I like Kona. That's probably my favorite beverage. He likes Twisted Tea. He's one of those weird guys. Anyways, thanks for all the support, guys. We really appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll be back for another video, I'm sure, sooner than we realize.